Hey everybody, it's me, Chadini. I want to thank you guys for staying tuned to my YouTube channel and being a great part of it. We're going to be underway with a lot of the organization and this movement to help the downtrodden, those sick and tired of being sick and tired, those that are oppressed and exploited, the working class, the true proletarians of this country, those that's trying to just do the right things and realize they're still having a hard time getting by. Where me and my wife were actually working on that, and that's why I haven't been posting as many YouTube videos. But I'm going to start getting back into it. I'm also working on a speech, which I'm going to hopefully help get fundraising for the organization. But I put a YouTube post up a while back showing how Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife, the First Lady of America, was part of the Council of Foreign Relations way before Obama was a household name, way before Barack Obama was the President of the United States as we know him as today. Since Obama took office, though, he has been doing exactly and precisely what the Council of Foreign Relations possessed him to do. He successfully used the power and influence of the internet and social media to win the hearts of voters. Even though he was up against tremendous odds, being a biracial man, having a strong and bold black wife, which would have been and is the First Lady of America, First Lady of the White House. Okay. On top of that, he was Dick Cheney's cousin, which many people didn't like the Bush administration. And here it is, Dick Cheney's cousin. It's the next administration. And he had a Muslim name. He was up against tremendous odds. But he showed the world and he showed America that the internet and the social media, no matter what the odds you up or against, okay, he showed the world and he showed America that the internet and the social media is a force unto itself, that it is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Okay? Once you're going, nobody can stop you. No matter if you are a man with a Muslim name and you're running for president. If you're good on that social media and you're good with the internet, you know how to maneuver and use it. Can't nothing stop you. He showed the world, he showed America just that. But we also have to understand that once he stepped into office, he did the will of the Council of Foreign Relations. You know, he did the will of the elite. Once he stepped into office, he found and defeated Osama bin Laden. He defeated, annihilated, and destroyed Gaddafi and his whole regime. Under mysterious pretenses, I would like to say, a massive heart attack took the life of the polarizing Venezuela president Hugo Chavez. And during his administration, we seen Kim Jong-il pass away, the leader of North Korea. And we seen him put in place the westernized, Switzerland-educated son, Kim Jong-un, as leadership of North Korea. But what many don't see is the tightly interconnecting, intervening, and interacting relationship between the technical field, the medical field, and the political field. And how they thrust forward and push forward a new world order. A big idea, so much in the words of George W.H. Bush, George Bush Sr., the first George Bush. A new world order, a big idea. You can look that up. He said that in those exact words. But I have here an article from CNN Money, CNN. And it reads, the title is Obama and Google, a love story. In order to understand the relationship of the political field, the elite in the political field, and the elite within the technological field, we must understand the relationship between our president administration and Google. Here in the article of CNN reads, the title is Obama and Google, a love story. It reads, Google CEO Eric Schmidt actively served as an informal economic advisor during Obama's first campaign for office. And after he was elected Google CEO, Eric Schmidt and other Google executives forked over $25,000 apiece to help pay for the inaugural celebration. Because Google and Obama administration has so much in common, and they are like-minded. Because Obama said that Google and his administration have something in common, they want to work from the bottom up. They want to change the world from the bottom up, right? It says, it should come as no surprise that Google executives soon found themselves assuming roles within the Obama administration. Google CEO Eric Schmidt sits on Obama's Council of Science and Technology Advisors. Google employees acted as advisors to the Obama transition team in one case where one of Google's executives actually led a meeting, and a handful of ex-Googlers, which is basically ex-executives of Google or ex-employees of Google, have joined the Obama administration in various areas. The most visible appointee in Google's former head of global public policy, Andrew McLaughlin, who was named Deputy Chief Technology Officer back in June 2009 under the Obama administration, where McLaughlin championed Google's policy goals. Now he is in a position to shape policy nationwide and even have a influence internationally, right? Now we must understand that the technological field and the medical field here has something to do with it here. Google, you guys can look this up yourself. Google has a sister company, a side company called Calico, which that professes to try to age people slowly. They want to extend life. That's what it's trying to do. And this is a side company of Google. It's called Calico. You may look that up yourselves. But then I said, okay, I remember the Obamacare bill, and I have a YouTube post set up in my YouTube. You guys subscribe to the channel. You'll see that I talk about Obamacare. There, Obama talked about, in those many pages of Obamacare bill, in there's a discussion about an implementable transponder system which will be inserted in the patients. It'll read the history, your medical history and all that, just a scan of it, right? And Google may not have a direct part in that. I'm not sure if they do, so I'm not going to say they do. I'm not going to speak on if they have a direct part in that implementable transponder system that Obama's talked about in the Obamacare, in those many pages of the Obamacare bill. But Google is going to play that role of making it seem cool, making it seem hip for the new generation, because Google is the new generation, right? Here I have a CNN article dated November 13, 2013, so this is recent. It says Google's patent electronic throat tattoo, their neck tattoo. It says, it looks like Google Glass was just the beginning. Google now appears to be aiming a few inches lower, working on a temporary electronic tattoo that will stick to the user's throat or neck region. Okay? Google-owned Motorola Mobility has filed for a patent published last week for a system that comprises an electronic skin tattoo capable of being applied to the throat region of the body. The patent says that the tattoo would communicate with smartphones, gaming devices, tablets, and wearable technology like Google Glass via a Bluetooth-style connection, and would include a microphone and power source. The idea is that the people who wear this could communicate with their devices via voice command without having to wear an earpiece or the glass headset. Okay? And how's this for the future of technology, right? It says this. It could even be used as a lie detector. Optionally. Notice it says optionally. And this is how Google's going to make it cool. The electronic skin tattoo can further include a galvanic skin response detector to detect skin resistance of a user. The 10-page document reads, it is contemplating that a user that may be nervous or engaging in speaking falsehoods may exhibit different galvanic skin responses than a more confident truth-telling individual. Okay? So they optionally, they give you the option. That's how they always do. They understand democracy and the power that it has in this country. They'll give you the option if you want to make it a removable one or a permanent one, right? right? They'll give you an option if you want to make it so you can see if you're lying and others can see if you're lying or if you don't. But what's going to happen? They're going to force it on you. It was an option to have a Facebook. It was an option to have an email. Now when you go for jobs and anything else, what you got to do? You got to put down your email address. You know what I'm saying? It's still an option, but pretty soon, and they're working on it, and I'm telling you, they work by generational blocks. Pretty soon it's going to be something that's mandatory, just as it is mandatory for you to put down a phone number. It's going to be mandatory that you put down an email address pretty soon, if it's not already.